What up, gang? Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit, man. Let's get into this shit, man. I just dropped 2 episodes of Creature Commandos, and let's start off talking about my girl, the Amazonian witch, trying to take over Amazonia, and she gonna use the Proud Boys. That's who they look like, the Proud Boys, y'all. The Proud Boys to help her do it. So she finessing some dumbass white people, basically. But Amanda and Flag, Senior Flag, yeah, this is old head Flag, y'all. He on the watch now. He on the squad, man. Cause y'all know what happened to his son. They were getting into this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think it was gonna be connected, but I mean, of course, it gotta be connected. James Gunn shit. But yeah, you know his son died, so he here. They even talk about it on the show. Talk about, I'm sorry, your son died. You know what happened from the joint, and he all talking about her daughter blew everything up. So how we got a team. And she basically tell them, we got monsters. We ain't got a team. These motherfuckers is outlaws. We don't need these people. We gonna do whatever. You know how Amanda is. She's a dog, man. She don't give a fuck. She's a savage. She gonna do whatever she need to do to get the joint. But they basically do a roll call. You know, they show Frankenstein, his wife, the bride. They show my boy, the skeleton, toxic skeleton, whatever the hell his name is. You know, that's what they do. They basically doing what they did when they showed the previews. So basically road calling, letting you know, giving you a little gist of who's the monsters, who's going to be on the squad, and what they going to be all into. They don't show too much. Just some in prison, what they doing in prison, how dogged out they is, how fucking psychotic too they is. So they give a little breakdown of that. Then they get into showing my boy Weasel. You know him. We remember him from the movies. They get to telling that story too, how he was the lone survivor of the trip, and then that hit home a little bit for my boy, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause she said, "I'm sorry about your son. I know he died. Y'all, let's move on, man. This is why I'm here. I'm doing what I need to do for the country. You feel me? He was the best of us, but you know how that goes." And I feel like James Gunn got a little homie that kind of look like him too. James Gunn think he's slick. We know what you doing, James Gunn. But then they break down the other couple characters that's left. The GI robot, he's straight Nazi dogged out. All he want to do is smoke a Nazi. And then they show my girl too, her right here. She's like the only person with a heart in there. Basically, that's what Amanda was telling him. Hey, she gonna keep the team level-headed. You need her. Cause he was like, well, what is she good for? She needs a fucking fishbowl to survive. He said, just get her in some water. She'll be dogged out. And you know he gonna do what he do. But their mission is basically protect the princess, because that's what the Amazonia chick is there for. She's there to take over and get all the resources from the princess. That'll probably help her basically take over the mascara. That's what she's trying to do. So they get on the plane, get there. Weasel going crazy because you learned last time he was on the plane, that shit got blew out the sky. So he pissing all on homie. They sick. You know, a bunch of funny little moments. But they finally get to the castle. And when they get there, they see it's a whole bunch of bullshit in there. Like, as the family, they get to looking at the pictures. So they think the princess is going to be ugly. And she bad. So you know him, oh man. And I feel like the bride, was feeling Flag a little bit. Like, hold up, you got eyes for her, whatever. But she ain't gonna show her card. She ain't gonna play her hand. Well, you know how that goes. Flag might be on to getting her too, because Flag is the catch out here. Everybody want a little Flag. But she ended up breaking out the house to go to her old crib, because this is her hometown. This is where she was born at. And you know Shorty gonna follow her. She gotta take care of the team. That's what she here for. So they end up going to the house, trying to figure out why you here. She don't tell her yet, because she's like standoff. The bride don't play that shit. But there's somebody peeping them. That's Frankenstein's house too. So he got a little old head there watching out. And you know who he waiting for? His bride, man. Where my bride at? I've been looking for you forever. So Frankenstein's coming into play now, y'all. I think he gonna be my favorite character. I ain't gonna lie. I like Frankenstein. But he on his way. I need my bride now. It's time to come back. She finally arrived. She finally showed herself after all these years. So then we get on to episode 2, and to show how my boy Frankenstein. This is basically the episodes I feel like is just showing, giving everybody's little storyline of how they become who. I feel like the first episode was like an introduction a little bit of fled, but now this is the bride. So it basically show how homie that made Frankenstein wanted the bride. So he forced her to make her. You know what I'm saying? He ain't want to do it, but he did it. So this is why she's here. She's basically telling Shorty, Fishbowl Shorty, hey, listen, I'm here because this is where I was made from, and I'm looking for something. She looking for a necklace. Homie ended up giving her the necklace, the nigga that made her. So she on some shit like, man, that's my last little piece of him, and I want it. And the Proud Boys ended up telling that Themyscira Shorty, yeah, we got a drop on them. What we doing? And she dogged out. We about to wipe them out. Say less. While my boy Flag is getting busy with the princess, they out there about to be in a war. Yeah, them two, they stuck. Because Flag is worried about getting his rocks off. But hey, they going to eventually get there and help him. But in the meantime, the bride's going to handle shit. She's dogged out. She's like fucking super strong, like Frankenstein and shit. So she's running through the Proud Boys like they ain't nothing. Easy work, lay them all down. And now she got to mess with Shorty. And Shorty ain't with none of that. She's a dog. Themyscira, come on, man. What you think is going to happen? But in the meantime, she's having flashbacks of her smashing the creator. And my boy Frankenstein like, what the fuck? You ain't make her for you. This ain't just sex toy. This is my sex toy. What the hell you doing? So at the end of the day, you know what Frankenstein had to do. He had to handle his business. He put that dude down. I mean, you don't be fucking my wife. What's wrong with you? And he basically thought this was the only way you gonna love me. If I get rid of him, he giving you gifts and shit. I can't keep up with this motherfucker. So he want her love. That's what my boy Frankenstein ended for. But in the meantime, all the time they was built a couple thousand years ago, they always run into each other, fight, and she's running from me. And he's on straight doggy time, straight hound time. I'm hounding you everywhere you go in every fucking century. And it's always ended up her getting knocked out.